Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM21 story, The Head Coach with me, Daniel. It's part 83 today and we are back for the final two games of the Premier League season. Two episodes in a row that will define whether this season has been a success or a dramatic failure, as we face Chelsea and Everton today as we try to wrap up the Premier League or potentially have a chance at nicking the league. And then Porto next time out will be in the Europa League final. So if you're looking forward to these two episodes, two massive defining episodes in this series, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from two long-term stories. There's links to all the different playlists and new stuff in the eye above, as well as one to the Twitch channel in the description below. But what you will notice from the top right of the screen, before we crack on with the two games, is that the bottle jobs were back. We got through against Hertha Berlin with a great performance on Thursday. Now, a few of the boys won't fit, particularly moving forward. But defensively, we weren't far off full strength, which doesn't explain how we managed to lose 3-1 at home to West Bromwich Albion. It was a toothless display. Max Soden got one off the bench, but it was too little too late. And if we'd have held on and even won that game, we would have been at the top of the Premier League. Chelsea were held. Of course, we've got them today. It's a massive game for us. We should be back at full strength. They were held away at City. We've also then got Manchester United in the mix. They won away at Norwich, which was a bit of a banker for them. But still, 1 point separating the top three with 2 games to go. It's an astonishing moment. We will face Chelsea today, of course. Southampton host Manchester United. We need our former club to do us a favour. And to be fair, if they win it, they can still catch West Brom technically and finish 7th in the European places. At the weekend when we play Everton, United are away at Aston Villa. Another side who are up in the top 6 have had a good season but can't move positions. And then Chelsea on the final day head to Watford, who are bottom, who are relegated, and that could go either way. So let's go and have a look at the first game today. We've of course got a few players out injured still. At the medical centre is Giovanni Reina, the main one, who's out for 3 weeks and fighting to be fit for that Europa League final. We desperately need to get a goal out of Federico Pereira, who's been poor for a few matches now. And there's so many players with a heavy match load, and I just don't know which ones we can take a risk on. I feel like for these two games, particularly with there being a week and a bit off afterwards, we've just got to throw everyone at it. So we're going to go for what the assistant recommends. We're going to get the opposition instructions on. And we'll be back in a minute to run through our 11. Because today is all about the 2 matches. And this one could throw away the title immediately. So it is difficult, but we have tried to get a few of the heavy legs out the team without weakening the squad. So my examples being Espinosa in for a Yildiz, straight swap. We've got the choice between sort of Montalval, Farrell, Esposito. So we've picked the 2 that have got a medium match load. Montalval's been in poor form anyway. He gets a rest from the squad. The defenders, it doesn't matter. Absolutely all of them got a heavy match load. And Sailmakers, as poor as he's been recently, he can't play in the Europa League final. So we might as well get him through these games. That means that our lineup for this match is Loic Willems in goal, Sailmakers and Smith the fullbacks with Longley and Siunchu at centre-half, Esposito and Farrell the centre midfielders, Wright, Santos and Espinosa the attacking 3. Then Pereira up front on his own. Bit of a goal drought for him actually. He's not scored for 3 games. I wonder if we can give him a little kick up the backside. Because we often like to do that, don't we? So we're going to criticise his recent form. We're going to ask him to pick himself up. Hopefully he'll listen. And hopefully he'll be crucial in his title running. This game will probably decide whether we can be in it or not on the final day. We can't wrap it up, of course. We're a point behind Chelsea. But we can certainly put it in our control if other results go our way. So into it we go. It's Tottenham v Chelsea. It's first v third. And 1 point separate us at the top of the Premier League with 2 games to go. Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to win the title? Let's go and find out. So overall, it is 6 changes from the West Brom defeat as we go into a game against a massive side. Look at the likes of Odegaard. Reece James is now the skipper. Donnarumma still in goal. Fabio Silva's amongst the subs. I mean, it's just quality oozing from that side. What we've got to do, though, is be at our best. Because if we can do that, we can compete. The Reina miss in the middle is huge. Montalval plays worse when Reina's not next to him, so we've had to take him out. And the other 2, they're not quite as good for all their experience and all their quality. So let's go and get into the first half of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and just hope we've got 2 more big performances in us. As Barco takes the Chelsea corner early on into Ralph. Free header just over the bar. A warning sign early on. Not quite what we were hoping for. As Donnarumma plays out again to Gabriel at centre-half. They're playing from Ralph and now into midfield. Mariba back to Gabriel again, out to the right to Odegaard. Up towards Miazzi, the striker. He's beaten the challenge and he gets forward now. Holds it up to the right to Odegaard. Into Mariba. Beats his man comfortably. Finds Resch. It's just wide of the post. It's a brilliant strike. And we're not really laying a glove on them, to be honest. I'm going to have to drop to balance soon if we don't get into this game, because they look like the far superior side. As Smith gets it into Pereira, who's dropped in deep there. Finds Esposito to Santos. On the right-hand side, gets into the box. Cuts it back again. It's wide to Sailmakers. We could deserve a big game from him. He let us down in the semi-final. And the cross is into Santos, whose shot is blocked. And it's behind for a corner kick. It's been an entertaining 7 minutes, albeit no goals. As Esposito puts it in again, Farrell loses out this time. And Espinosa's there to recycle. An interesting 10 minutes, no shots on target though. It remains goalless here. Spurs 0, Chelsea 0. And Chelsea will be happy. They're still in charge of the title race with this. As Santos is brought down there. Are we going to VAR? The push seemed to send Santos down. Whether it's a foul or not is another question. But we've gone to VAR with the referee. And surely if he gets to here, he's going to give it. It looked inside the box. So there's no question about that. What's he going for? Penalty. Federico Pereira has scored more than he's missed this year. And this is a really big one. We won't get too excited either way. We've gone ahead and lost in big games before, but it would have helped if we could have at least got the lead. Federico Pereira has got a really good penalty taking rating, and he seems to have now missed 1 in 2 this season. I really don't understand it. Is it just the lack of big game mentality yet again? His stats suggest he should be Lionel Messi of this generation, and he just continues to let us down. Santos crosses in again, and you've got to worry about what this does to the confidence. I really don't know what to make of that. Federico Pereira misses another one. We had the chat to him before the game. His penalty taking rating, let's go and have a quick look at it. He's 15 out of 20. He's now missed 4 out of 9 this season. It's a little bit of a worry for me. As Farrell goes wide to Sailmakers. Chance to get it into the box. He's into there again. Santos back to Ryan Wright. Wide of the post. We're reliant on him without Reina to make those runs from midfield. To be that star going forward. He's not been able to do it in this one so far. With a quarter of the game gone, it's Gabriel playing out from the back to Reece James, the Chelsea skipper. Esposito nicks a loose pass high up the pitch. He's got Pereira with him. Finds him. Can he make amends? He can. Esposito assists. We picked him ahead of Montalval and he's proven his worth. Pereira's in. He scores the goal. It's a lovely composed finish. 1-0 Tottenham Hotspur and we're back on top of the Premier League. Now what we probably need to do is keep an eye on the Southampton Man United score. Can our former club do us a favour? Can our current club actually hang on defensively? Donnarumma out to Ralph, the left centre-back. Into Mariba. They are playing out nicely from the back, Chelsea, but they do look at risk of losing it quite often. This one, though, they've beaten the press brilliantly. Miazzi holds up, goes wide to Araujo. Through behind to Barco again. Into the box, left-hand side, finds Araujo. Chance to cut back, it's intercepted by Wright, and now Santos can counter. Fresh legs from his rest at the weekend, and he's surging through the pitch. He's got one man to the left, Pereira up front, going alone into the box. And it's really greedy in the end. He had to find a pass. And instead, he manages to give it away. Figueiredo has scored a goal for Southampton. It's 2-1 now on the stroke of half-time. One more from them, and we could go into the final day with everything in our hands at Tottenham. We're going to keep the boys proving a point. We're going to try and keep them motivated. Let's go and get into the second half. Can we hold on here? And can Southampton find an equaliser from somewhere? Well, they can't because it's 3-1 United now as Esposito puts the corner in. Pereira's hit the post from the header. The ball's hit the corner flag. It hasn't gone out. But I think it's fair to say Manchester United have won their game now. So let's just focus on trying to win ours. We're dominating the stats again. But we saw in the last episode against Manchester United, in the previous one when we played against Arsenal, that means absolutely nothing with this team. It doesn't take long for us to throw things away. We've just got to hope we can avoid it for 2 more games, and this could be a good season yet. Quarter of the game to go. We're going to bring on a Yildiz for Espinosa. It's his first game back from injury. He hasn't looked great, so we're just trying to rest the legs. Lee Farrell again. I know he's not going to play in the Europa League. He might not even play at the weekend. But he's been so poor today in terms of physicality because he's just not played football. As Smith gets in behind from a Yildiz. That's a lovely goal. 2-0 to Tottenham. Hopefully that's just enough to do it. It's been a really good display so far. I'm going to get Marchand on for Wright in the attacking midfield position. With Reina injured, we've got to protect him. And I think we'll do the same on the right. Santa Maria on for Santos, who's looking tired. Farrell can play the 90, we'll bring Montalval back at the weekend, and hopefully he'll be a bit fresher then too. As we get the ball at left back again, Marchin gets it at the second time of asking. Through ball to a Yildiz, must have been offside, and is eventually back to Donnarumma. A little bit of a weird animation there, but with 12 to go, it's looking good. The long kick though, often causes us problems this year. Pert Harris coming forward to Rubio. There's two up with him. He gets into the box. Don't bring him down. Goes back to James, the right back, into the midfield. And the cross into the box is a brilliant one. Pert Harris glancing header at the front post, but it's wide into the side netting. And with 4 minutes of stoppage time to go, Southampton have got a second via Thursler. But it's a comfortable defeat for them, a comfortable win for us. A brilliant showing, to be fair. One of the first big games we've dominated this season. However, we're not in charge of the title race. United are well ahead on goal difference, and as a result, we have to better their result against Everton. If United win, there's nothing we can do. And if we beat Everton and they drop any points, we could be Premier League champions. Let's skip ahead and find out if we can do it. Well, a couple of quick side notes for achievement actually after the Chelsea game before we move on. We have qualified for the Champions League next season. A top 3 finish guarantees that apparently. And we've also got our transfer budget for next year, which is 87 million. So hopefully our director of football will be able to improve us again. He's going to have a big summer on his hands, but we've not got to worry about that yet. We've got a Premier League title to try and compete for. And in next episode, we've still got a Europa League final to go. Plenty to look forward to. Let's skip ahead for the Everton match. It's the moment of truth then. The final day of the Premier League season. Manchester United, 81 points away at Aston Villa in 6th. Us, Tottenham Hotspur, 81 points but well behind on goal difference. At home to 12th place Everton, but the side that finished 5th place last year. And then we've got Chelsea, who we beat in midweek, still in 3rd place, still technically with a chance, because they go away to bottom side, already relegated Watford. So in theory, they've got by far the easiest game today. Pereira's still got a chance at the Golden Boot, although by penalty taking, you wouldn't think he's chasing it. And he's up against Erling Haaland, who's playing in a mouth-watering clash. Liverpool 5th v Arsenal 4th, 1 point separates them. It's a shootout for the final Champions League spot. And in Manchester City play West Brom. And look at that, they're fighting out for the final European spot. It's a brilliant final day of Premier League action. But let's go and get into it and focus on our bit. We're recommended a couple of changes, which we'll go and have a look at in a moment. We are going to go for the Yildiz swap with Espinosa, because Yildiz was brilliant when he came on. In midfield, it's just about what we can do here without having Reina fit. Montalval will come back into the squad. Kamara will drop out. And Lee Farrell will go onto the bench, I think. Or should it be Esposito? He's not rated as well, but he always plays well. So do you know what? I'm going to go for Montalval alongside Esposito. Or should I even change it at all? We played that well. But Farrell was knackered after half an hour. I'm going to go and speak to Montalval. I'm going to say I'm not that happy with his form. And hopefully we get a response out of him. Because in the big games, he's often been the one that goes missing. So we're going to criticise his recent form. We're going to ask him to pick things up. And that's what we're going to go for today. Montalval backing in midfield for Farrell. A Yildiz, a straight swap on the left wing for Espinosa, who drops to the bench. And into the game we go. A brilliant opportunity to try and win the title. And it doesn't really matter if we don't in the end, with United in charge of the situation. But if they slip up and we don't do our bit, I'll be absolutely furious. So let's go and get into it and make sure we do. And then we've got a break before the Europa League final. It's going to be one hell of a finish to the season. And there we go. Ralph Hasenhüttl in charge of Everton. They've got a good side. Holgate, Godfrey still there. St. Maximan's in there. Gabriel Jesus. They've still got Pickford on the bench and a load of other good talents as well. But for now, it's all about Tottenham Hotspur. A win here and the title race, although not in our hands, could well fall into our grasp. So let's go and get into it. Through the tunnel interview we go. And rather than watching Everton's formation, we'll be watching the latest scores from the other games like an absolute hawk. Let's have a look at what United are doing. They're away at Aston Villa. Touch wood. Just touch wood. They drop points and we can nick a win. Well, have you ever seen nerves and jitters on the final day? Because this is what it looks like. 33 minutes gone, no highlights, basically no chances. Smith is now standing off the pitch on the left wing injured and isn't looking like coming back on. Yet, if you're not coming back on, you can't carry on. So why haven't we made the sub and had a permanent injury? I don't understand it. And we better not concede from this as a result. It's flicked on as far as Longley. United have gone one up at Aston Villa. So as it stands, we're not going to be able to win it either way. But if this Aston Villa can sneak that equaliser, we've got to be in the position to pounce. But at the moment, Everton are looking more likely, and we're doing the big game Tottenham. Absolute classic so far. St Maximin down the right into the box. Beats his man, goes wide to Estevez, the fullback. Chance to cross this 4 in the middle, 2 of them unmarked. And there it is, eh? Classic Tottenham Hotspur. Every big game, this seems to happen. A complete and utter bottle job. Alright, the goal came from a position where we were missing a left back. Mendes will come on for him. But look at the stats. Absolutely toothless. We've not really offered anything in 40 minutes. And we're deservedly bottling it again. And we could drop to third, which is an effect on prize money as well. As Nemec goes down the left-hand side. Jesus switches it. Defty's left unmarked. This is astonishing defending. It just does my head in with Tottenham. Look how good we were against Chelsea. Look how good we were against Hertha Berlin with 10 men. And then compare that to the West Brom game off camera. To this game now. The performances are so inconsistent. As soon as there's any pressure, any expectation, or we're in a position we might be able to win the league now, it's a complete and utter collapse. It's been a woeful display. Long kick from Everton, and they look like scoring every time the ball enters our half. Willems chips it out to Montalval. Can he deliver something? Finds Ryan Wright. Gets in behind the number 10. Chance to find it through to Perea. Brilliant finish, Perea. And that's the one benefit we've got with Tottenham. We don't have to play well. We don't have to be good. We can concede 2 goals. Because sometimes all it takes is that quality. Ryan Wright beats 2 people. Lovely through ball. And Perea puts it in the back of the net. So a back level, it's not enough. Even a win won't be at this stage. But if Manchester United drop points and they draw this match and we don't win the title because we've been held, it'll be infuriating. As it looks like United aren't going to do that, to be fair. A 1-0 lead and they're comfortable on top. And with Chelsea leading 2-0, we're dropping to third on goal difference. We've got 25 minutes remaining and there's not much going on. So Esposito will be replaced and we'll replace the 2 wingers as well. In fact, I've just realised that we've got Mendes on already, haven't we? So we've only got 2 subs left. Montalval will go Mazzala, Lee Farrell on as the deep line playmaker, and a Yildiz straight swap with Espinosa, as you can see. We'll take the risk on Santos. He's the star we need to rely on. We've got a throw on the left with Nuno Mendes. Plays a 1-2 with Espinosa. Picks it up again, left side of the box, into Santos. Misses another good chance. Not the biggest game player, is he? And at the moment, we're somehow managing to scrape third, having been top most of the season. We're going to demand more because with 15 to go, we need that moment of magic. But we're running out of legs, we're running out of quality. But we've got a set piece in a dangerous position. And if we can get the lead, it won't matter. If United drop points, we've got a chance. And that's exactly the sort of thing we needed. A stunning free kick from Perea from 25 yards. We've offered next to nothing in this game. Chelsea get a third in theirs. But now we're just watching. Can Aston Villa get an equaliser? If they do, we've won the Premier League title. If they don't, we're sitting in second place as Wright picks it up again. Finds Sailmakers, the right back. His season finishes today, of course. Got himself sent off and is suspended for the Europa League final as it falls for Santos on the right. Cuts inside the defender. Brilliant effort. Great save by the keeper and tipped behind for a corner kick to Tottenham Hotspur. It's going to be delivered left-footed from Nuno Mendes. Outswinging delivery as Chelsea get a 4th. Irrelevant for them at the moment. But if we do drop points, they will finish above us. So Yunchu picks it up. He's made it all the way back there. And now we're watching Villa. Come on, Aston Villa. Get yourselves a goal. 2 minutes to go. We've got to hold on here. We've got a throw on the right with Sailmakers. Advanced position. It's headed away. Jesus picks it up. And to be fair, they've got a 2-on-2 here. It's poor defending. Defty's got himself in. It's a wonderful save from Willems. Another really easy ball over the top. Hold on a minute. Aston Villa have scored. 93rd minute. Aston Villa have equalised against Manchester United. We are 3 minutes as it stands from winning the Premier League title. Let's go and get the change of game plan sorted. We dropped to balanced. We are fullbacks or wingbacks on defend, We are going to drop to 2 deep line playmakers. 1 on support and 1 on defend. Because suddenly, from nowhere, we've been offered the Premier League title. What a moment from Aston Villa. What can we do with the wingers? Let's just drop them back in. We'll have a 4-4-1-1. We'll have Ryan Wright on a support duty. No need for him to fly forward. And we will also get all the time wasting stuff on. I have not expected this to turn up. United look so comfortable. They look so competent holding on to leads towards the end of the season. But they have now given us a chance with 3 minutes to go. to win the Premier League title. In fact, we'll drop all the way to cautious and we're just going to try and cling on. We've played 1 minute of stoppage time. Aston Villa have clearly played 3 and they have scored a 93rd minute equaliser. We're top of the Premier League by 2 points as it stands. This could be an incredible achievement. 3 minutes of stoppage time to go. Let's do it. Can we hold on here against Everton? Can Aston Villa hold on? We've done it. Who saw that coming? Even as we entered stoppage time, nobody thought that was coming. United were ahead of us. I mean, with 15 minutes to go, we were third. We were behind Chelsea. What a climax to the Premier League season. And now there's pressure off the Europa League final because somehow, against all the odds, against all the bottle jobs, we have won the Premier League title. What a finish to the season. Aston Villa in the 93rd minute are our favourite club. And if their job comes up, I think we have to apply out of gratitude, really, don't we? What a fantastic result from Aston Villa. And a sneaky, poor 2-1 victory against Everton is the one that does the job. And it should wrap up the golden boot for Pereira as well. A wonderful, wonderful result. Not the best performance, but Aston Villa are our heroes. We win the Premier League by 2 points. And even 10 minutes ago, I didn't think that was possible. What a fantastic achievement. And what a way to finish a penultimate episode of the season. It could now be a double. There is the confirmation. Unfortunately, Pereira doesn't win the golden boot because Haaland got 2 as well as Liverpool wrap up 4th. So just to add to it for the Spurs fans, Arsenal drop to 5th on the final day and miss out on Champions League football altogether. What an incredible moment. Who is Anderson Silva of Aston Villa who scored that 93rd minute equaliser? I mean, surely we have to get the director of football to sign him. Just offer him 250 grand a week. He's won us a Premier League title by that last minute goal against Manchester United. What an incredible finish to a bizarre Premier League season. 84 points, a very low total in truth. And the way we bottled some of the games, we didn't really deserve to win it. But we've done it. And Manchester United on the final day just handed it to us on the end. Chelsea in this penultimate game against us handed it to us. A remarkable achievement. Aaron Smith picks up a knock. He's going to miss the Europa League final too. But the pressure's off that one now because we've already wrapped up a trophy and it's the biggest one of the lot. Let's go and have a look at the schedule. Although you all know what's coming next. The Europa League final against Porto is in 11 days' time. We might not have Reina available. We definitely won't have Aaron Smith available. But it's a wonderful occasion. A chance to make it 2 trophies. A chance to get the same double, ironically, as we had with Chelsea in FM20's Head Coach. So it might even become our speciality now. But both fullbacks out, 2 centre midfielders unregistered and Reina potentially missing 2. But fingers crossed we'll be able to find a way over the line. And if anything's going to give us the confidence, it should be that last minute Premier League win. Thank you to Aston Villa. Thank you to you guys for watching as always. We'll finish on the screen. I mean, it's a remarkable achievement, isn't it? Where did Aston Villa find that equaliser from? We just don't care. A brilliant display. Southampton didn't do the job, but Aston Villa did. If you did enjoy this episode, drama personified at the end of the season, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know in the comments what you think of this achievement, because I never saw it coming. We had a worse goal difference. We were bottling the games off camera. We've managed to come back and do it on the biggest possible stage. But if you want to find out how we get on in the Europa League final and you haven't already, please do subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. You'll get alerts as daily videos released from 2 long-term stories, as well as some special other bits and live streams too. You can click in the eye above to see all the playlists and down in the description below for the Twitch channel. But a massive thank you for watching, for a remarkable end to the season. And I'll see you next time to see if we can make it a massive double for Tottenham Hotspur. No trophy in 21 years and we've delivered a Premier League title. Albeit it was pretty much handed to us, it's still an incredible display. I'll see you next time to find out if we can make it even better.